Ukraine celebrates the 30th anniversary of its independence. This will happen against the backdrop of Russia's full-scale invasion that started on February 24th, 2022. Russia's war against Ukraine is a threat for all democratic nations of the world. So, today Ukrainians are defending not only Ukraine, we are fighting for the values of Europe and the world by sacrificing our life in the name of the future. Despite Russian ongoing attempts, Ukraine will never give up its independence and sovereignty. This is obvious to everyone in the world except Putin's regime. Ukraine's freedom will prevail. We know that freedom is priceless and we know how to defend it. We know how to protect life. Those who stand for democratic values must contribute to the victory over Russian evil. While protecting Ukrainian independence and sovereignty, we always honor our heroes, men and women, who are fighting for Ukrainians' future and whom we owe our freedom, like our friend Andrei. We also pay tribute to those who have sacrificed their lives. Ukrainian goal is clear. We need a comprehensive, just and lasting peace. The peace formula proposed by President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky is the only realistic way to achieve this goal. Despite Russia's terror, despite its attempt to blackmail the world, our collective strength should not be shaken. Not only can we defeat the terrorist state, but we can also ensure that justice prevails. Russia demonstrates no signs of readiness to end its war of aggression against Ukraine. The Russian military does not stop the attacks against civilians and civilian infrastructure. More than 1 year and a half since the beginning of full-scale invasion, Russian combat capabilities remain significant. Ukraine appreciates military aid provided by our partners across the world, especially our American partners, which save thousands of lives. For instance, Patriot air defense systems have reduced the risk of destruction of civilian objects and lowered the number of civilian casualties. Heavy weapons and ammunition of all types and other types of weapons help to prevent Russia from seizing additional territories. Most recently, Ukraine is grateful to the Netherlands and Denmark and other countries for their robust and historical support and the provision of the F-16 fighter jet. Thank you. Dear friends, Western aircrafts will significantly change the protection of civilians from Russian missile terror. Multifunctional F-16 fighters are significant for Ukraine, as they can change the battlefield situation, reduce Russia's aviation activities, more effectively use precision weapons to hit targets, and protect the sky from Russian cruise missiles. Ukraine is looking forward that partners will continue expanding its military aid, including through provision of long-range missiles such as Taurus and ATACMS, which are critical to cut Russian logistics and reduce its military capabilities. Delaying the provision of this type of weapons to Ukraine will only give Russia additional time to prepare for new offensives and postpone liberation of Ukrainian territory. The sooner the necessary weapons are provided, the more lives can be saved. That's why we need to continue working together on developing weapon production and providing long-range missiles and equipment for demanding to save lives in Ukraine. Dear friends, Ukraine continues to be a vital food security guarantor for many countries worldwide. The Black Sea Grain Corridor, facilitated by the UN and Turkey in 2022, has been ensuring the supply of Ukrainian agricultural products to countries in the Middle East, Africa, and Asia. On July 17, 2023, Russia withdrew from the Black Sea Grain Initiative and began attacking Ukrainian seaports. The grain infrastructure in the Odessa region has suffered the most from Russian strikes. Disruption of export routes in the Black Sea causes problems for millions of people around the world. The increase in global prices for wheat and sunflower oil is only the tip of the iceberg in the terms of its negative consequences. We continue to work with the United Nations and our partners Turkey to bring the Black Sea Grain Initiative back to life, because restoring the sea route and lowering global food prices is critical. We are also working on using alternative ways to transport Ukrainian grain. Russia should not be allowed to use food as a weapon. And as an export of Ukrainian grain will help many countries to obtain the agricultural products they need at the price they can afford. We call on all countries affected to make clear to Russia that its hunger games and destructive behavior are unacceptable. We are also grateful to all the countries that took part in the third summit of the Crimean platform, which took place in August 23, 2023 in Kiev. The International Crimea Platform aims to improve the effectiveness of the international response to Russia's temporary occupation of Crimea, address the growing security threats, increasing international pressure on the Kremlin, prevent further human rights violation and protect the victim of the occupation regime, and achieve the primary goal of the occupation, Crimea, and returning it to Ukraine. Dear friends, nevertheless, despite of severe challenges my country faces now, I am confident that we will our struggle for freedom, democracy, and European values. Ukraine will always be free, sovereign, and independent state with open heart to all peaceful nations. Concluding my remarks, I'd like to greet everyone who have joined us today. І я щиро переконаний, що мир, злагода і добробут запропонують в нашому спільному домі, який називається Україна. Щастя, процвітання, вільній, незалежній і соборній Україні та її героїчному народу. God bless America, слава Україні!
Thank you, Consul General. And I call upon someone who's been a friend of the Ukrainian community even before he was an elected official, our very own Cook County Assessor, Fritz Cahy.
Slava Ukraini! I'm Fritz Cagy, I'm your Cook County Assessor, and I'm always a friend of Ukraine. I couldn't be more proud here to celebrate with you the independence of the Ukrainian state, a dream which had been the dream of the Ukrainian people for so long, that generation after generation worked for, and we are all connected to what's going on in Ukraine right here in Chicago. All of the things that we do here to provide support for our policymakers in Washington who are providing the aid to Ukraine. It goes to the border with Romania, with Poland, and then it crosses the border into Ukraine and goes right to the front to make sure that we're keeping its independence. So we are connected to everything that's going on there. I couldn't be more proud to be here. And Pavlo, you have been a great leader. I want to salute you and everyone else here for maintaining the connection between Chicago, America, and Ukrainian independence.
Thank you very much. And now, representing the Office of the Attorney General, State of Illinois, Attorney General Kwame Raoul, I call upon Nettie Lasko. Please come forward.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is an honor to be here on behalf of the Attorney General Kwame Raoul. Thank you, Councilor, for inviting us. Thank you, the American Congress, Ukrainian American Congress, dear Councilor Board, dear friends, dear American Ukrainian community. I am so happy to be here, especially today. It's very hot. I'm happy to be here and support Ukraine. The Attorney General sent letters to the Council General, but he's going to read it or put it on the website. I was here just to say hello. Thank you for supporting Ukraine and just say hello, it's love, Ukraine.
Thank you very much. Yes, Nettie, it is very hot here. And I got a couple calls this morning asking if the Ukrainians are still going through with the flag raising ceremony, even though it's going to be 101 degrees in the shade and probably 110 on the stage. And I said, look, it's going to be hot downtown Chicago, but it's even hotter on the front lines of Ukraine. And that's where our soldiers are today, defending democracy. So we're very glad that you're able to be here today and show your symbolic support. I now have the pleasure of inviting the president of the Ukrainian Congress Committee of America, Illinois Division, Dr. Maria Dmitrievna.
Thank you. Dear freedom-loving friends, dear representative of other countries, dear Ukrainians, dear Americans, I'm going to start with reading a quote. Live free or die. Death is not the worst of evil. This was said by General Stark in 1809. And then there's another quote for you. Keep fighting, you are sure to win. For fame and freedom march with you, and right is on your side. This is by Taras Shevchenko, also 19th century. These two men lived across the globe, and yet they understood that life without liberties is not worth living. So we Ukrainians and all that are supporting us understand that now. And then we all, Ukrainians are admired by their courage, and then we persisted for centuries against the evil neighbor that has a name, and that name is Putin's Russia, and then it was Imperial and Soviet Russia before. Just like cancer cells that are growing and consuming all healthy tissue around, evil Putin's regime is trying to corrupt democracies by lies, hunger, intimidation, war, and destruction now. And then they're trying to corrupt democracy all over the world. It's not just about Ukraine, it's about humanity, it's about human rights. And then we have been extremely grateful for outpouring support that Ukrainian people have received and continue to receive. But we dare to ask just a little bit more. Help us not only to survive, but help us win this fight. We need to win. We need to win quickly, and we need complete victory. Join us. Make the world a safer place, a better place for the future generations to come. Let us not leave this fight to our children, to our grandchildren. Let us finish it now. Let justice be served. Slava Ukraini! God bless the United States of America.
Thank you, Dr. Dmitriev. If you arrived here and came in off of Washington, I'm sure you saw photographs of children as part of an exhibit called Russia Kills Children Like Me. I now call upon the author of this program, local photographer Ludmila Ugrin, to please come forward and tell us about this project. Please.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Maria Dmitri, for such a wonderful speech. Hello, everyone. My name is Mila Ugrin. I'm a photographer and organizer of the photo exhibit that you see here today in front of the Picasso statue called Russia Kidnaps Ukrainian Children Like Me. It consists of 58 black and white portraits of Ukrainian children that are currently living in Chicago. They are displayed on the ground of the plaza for 3 days, ending tomorrow at 5 p.m. Since the beginning of the full-scale Russian invasion of Ukraine, Russians have been consistently kidnapping Ukrainian children. As of today, Russia has admitted to abducting over 700,000 Ukrainian children, which, to put in perspective, corresponds to the population of Seattle. The forcible transfer of children from one ethnic group to another is considered genocide under Article 2 of the Genocide Convention. In connection with this war crime and crimes against humanity, the International Criminal Court has issued arrest warrants for Russian President Vladimir Putin and Russian Commissioner for Children's Rights, Maria Lvova-Belova. The kidnapped children's fate is often unknown, with some being forcibly adopted into Russian families without the ability to contact their parents. Their documents and identity are stripped of them, and the children are given new names. They are taught to fear and hate their homeland. and some are forced to join the Russian military war against Ukraine. I believe that art is a powerful tool to bring attention to heavy issues like this. With my photos, I wanted to capture the beauty and the innocence of the Ukrainian children, so that the viewer can observe it while remembering in the back of his mind that children just like these are being kidnapped by Russians every single day, some to never see their parents ever again. This project was made possible with the support of the Ukrainian Congress Committee of America, the Inside Out platform, Self-Reliance Credit Union, and the Ukrainian community, who came together to help in every possible way. We hope to raise awareness of the large-scale kidnappings of Ukrainian children by Russians and gather the attention of International Organization for Human and Children's Rights so they can bring our children back to their families. If you're asking yourself, well, what can I do today to help? You can take a photo of yourself or of the project and post it on your social media channels with the hashtag Russia kidnaps Ukrainian children like me. And talk to your friends about it. I've heard from several people passing by yesterday while we were pasting the portraits that they didn't know the Russians were doing this, which is why we're very grateful for your presence today. And I hope you can tell at least one more person about this, so we can help raise awareness of this war crime. Throughout the making of this project, I have learned there's always something we can do to tackle even the biggest challenges in our lives. And if we can't accomplish everything right away, it means it's just the beginning. What matters most is to keep trying and to never lose hope. Thank you very much.
And thank you, Mila Uhrin, for bringing us this very, very important project. We now move to the entertainment part of the program, and our first performer is from Ukraine. Nadya Zhuk will sing a song for us, Balada pro Malvi. Balada pro Malvi. Proszę.
Тільки мати не засне, З днем народження, моя люба Україно, з днем народження всіх українців.
Щиро дякую. Надя Жук. I'd like to ask to the stage Nina Goad. She is the International Program Manager, Global Strategic Initiatives, representing Mayor Brandon Johnson's administration. Nina?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here, and thank you for having me in honor of Mayor Brandon Johnson. He is writing to the Consul General of Ukraine, as well as the Ukrainian community. As mayor, on behalf of the city of Chicago, I'm honored to welcome you together to celebrate Ukraine's 32nd anniversary of independence and offer my sincere congratulations on this momentous occasion. We are praying for peace and a free Ukraine swiftly. This special event presents the opportunity to come together to celebrate the independence and resiliency of Ukraine and showcase our pride for our Ukrainian community and the significant contributions they have made to diversity and vibrancy of our great city. The Ukrainian community in Chicago has greatly contributed to our economic, cultural, and civic life. Chicago shares a long history of friendship and cooperation with the people of Ukraine, including our strong sister city relationship with Kyiv. I would like to thank Consul General Kolydov for hosting this event and your tireless leadership and dedication to serving Chicago's vibrant Ukrainian community. I am grateful for the economic and cultural exchanges between Chicago and Ukraine. I hope you have an enjoyable event. Best wishes for success.
Thank you, Nina, and please pass on our thank you to Mayor Johnson. I now call upon Pavlo Kirilyuk, who will perform a Miroslav Skorin piece, Melodia. Pavlo? And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage our singer from Kiev, Oля Tsvitarna.
Children dying, babies crying all across our land. What on earth is going on? Please help me understand. Pray for us before we go. If I die, please carry on. The siege is on the way, so please send help today. We sing for Ukraine, all together, one forever. We sing for Ukraine. Raise your voices, never let up. From Kharkiv to Lviv, Kyiv to Odessa, we will sing for Ukraine. We will sing for Ukraine. Father, mother, sister, brother, we never wanted war. We're under attack, but we're fighting back. It shakes us to our core. Bombs drop from the sky, and thousands die, but why? Little girls and boys, generations destroyed. We sing for Ukraine, all together, one forever. We sing for Ukraine. Raise your voices, never let up. From Kharkiv to Lviv, Kyiv to Odessa, we will sing for Ukraine. We will sing for Ukraine. We sing, we sing, we 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 sing for Ukraine. Kyiv to Lviv, Kyiv to Odessa, we will sing for Ukraine. We will sing for Ukraine. We will sing for Ukraine. We will sing for Ukraine.
Слава Україні! Glory to Ukraine! God bless America!
Bravo, bravo. Kozachuk, the folk dance ensemble from the parish of St. Joseph the Betrothed, Вишиванка, що при парафії Святого Йосифа Обручника, керівники Павло та Оксана Федьків. Вишиванка! Вишиванка. Musical directors Pavlo and Oksana, thank you. Thank you very much. And for our grand finale,
Разом! Ой, у лузі червона калина похилилася, чогось наша славна Україна зажурилася, а ми тую червону калину підіймемо, а ми нашу славну Україну, гей, гей, розвеселимо. Ми тую червону калину підіймемо, а ми нашу славну Україну, гей, гей, розвеселимо. Марширують наші добровольці у кривавий танк, визволяти братів українців з московських кайдан. А ми наших братів українців визволимо, а ми нашу славну Україну, гей, гей, розвеселимо. А ми наших братів українців визволимо, а ми нашу славну Україну, гей, гей, розвеселимо. Ой, у полі ярої пшениці золотистий лан розпочали браття українці з москалями так. А ми тую ярою пшеницю і зберемо, а ми нашу славну Україну, гей, гей, розвеселимо. А ми тую ярою пшеницю і зберемо, а ми нашу славну Україну, гей, гей, розвеселимо. Дивися, червона калина, маєш білий світ. Не журися, ненька Україно, маєш добрий рід. А ми тую червону калину підіймемо, а ми нашу славну Україну, гей, гей, розвеселимо. А ми тую червону калину підіймемо, а ми нашу славну Україну, гей, гей, розвеселимо. Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Святом!